my eldest daughter, she's been wanting to dye her hair pink, and I keep telling her no. And now I don't have an excuse of why she can't have it. So she's very happy about the idea that she can dye her hair pink. So I think she's doing it at the end of the year. But
Well,
yeah, it's just, yeah, go ahead.
she should
David.
do it now because she has the perfect excuse. So she can go as to Halloween as herself. That's an amazing
I
thing.
know. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's, the dress is just one piece. It's pretty
yeah.
easy to do.
Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watcher Pass, and today I'm talking to Joe Mateo, the writer and director of Blush, which is an amazing animated film that's on Apple TV Plus right now. You should really just go watch it. It's about 11 minutes long, and it's definitely worth your time. We're going to talk to him in just a second, but first, let's check out the trailer. And while you're watching, if you could like and subscribe to this channel, that would be fantastic. It helps me out a lot. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me. This is Joe Mateo, the writer and director of Blush, which is just an amazing animated film. It's on Apple TV Plus right now, so you can go check it out. It's only 11 minutes long, so you should already have seen it by now. But if you haven't seen it, go watch it now and then come back. It is one of my favorite films this year, and I watch a lot of movies. So thank you so much for your time.
Wow. Oh, you're welcome. And thank you for doing this. And I just have to say, you have the perfect background for what we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's a little more purple. I guess I should change it to pink. I should have thought of that before.
No, it's pretty cool, man.
So I guess my first question is, I just want to know, like, how did you sneak into my house while I was watching this movie and just start cutting onions right behind me? Because I don't know how you did it, but it was amazing.
No, it's just sharing something that's very personal, and I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, it's just me wanting to share my experience of after I lost my wife Marianne from breast cancer like 4.5 years ago. And I had a hard time breathing, and fortunately I had my kids there with me, close to me, to kind of help me through it. And then it's just, I wanted to share that message of hope and healing through by surrounding yourself with people you love, especially now, at this time. So it just so happened that, this is when we need it the most, that message of
Yeah,
hope.
no, and I love that statement right there, because you're right. I think many people are going through loss right now, and it's tough, especially with the way that the world is. Maybe it'll get better. We don't know. It's to go back and forth, but having a story like this out there where people can see and relate, and
Yeah.
see the very dark day, but then also kind of the hope after, I thought was just a beautiful thing to show.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah.
And so I guess, how long after your wife had died did you think about telling the story and then kind of come up with this animated style?
Well, after that, like I tried go after a few months when I lost Marianne. I think after a couple of months, I tried going back to work, and I really struggled. And then I started thinking about, like, how do I fix myself? I started thinking, I found myself going back to that moment of, like, how it was a scary time, but my kids were there, and I just wanted to, again, wanting to share that message, which is, I think, could be helpful for people that are like going through or will go through the same thing that I did. And I started thinking about piecing it together. Where can I set this thing, where it's a perfect location to show that if he runs out of air, if he doesn't have air, he's not going to survive. And then I just kind of like found myself naturally able to go back to work in figuring out the story, because because that's what I do. I'm a storyboard artist, and it kind of, it just kind of naturally helped me get back into it.
And I love that you already mentioned the fact that you weren't, I mean, I didn't love that you couldn't breathe, but I love that you mentioned that, because I was going to ask about the symbolism, because I thought that was just a wonderful kind of way to describe the situation and set it in a place that it would make sense, but then also there's some deeper meaning. So, I was going to ask, there must be more symbols. How many iterations did this story go through? It sounds like you were kind of just trying to figure out where you could set it, and then space makes sense. So.
Yeah, not a lot. And there are a lot of symbolisms there. There's not a lot of iterations, but almost all of the shots symbolizes, moments in our lives, together, from, the first time we met. And that, one important one is like that mango plant, in the film, the withering plant is used to kind of foreshadow the fate of the astronaut, right? Like he's going to be like that plant soon, and then she showed up. It actually, in the short, that's why it is, but it actually, it means a lot more. That mango plant is my gift of drawing, that I knew ever since I was a kid I had, but not until I met Marianne in college that, I didn't know what to do with it, but, because of her passion, our same passion in art and animation specifically, that I kind of like found a direction of what I wanted to do with it. And she basically nurtured it, just like the alien in the film. And it became that fruit-bearing plant, tree, that mango tree specifically.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Some of the other symbols, I was just curious because I was trying to pick some out. We both meet after kind of like accidents, like spaceship accidents. But did you meet her maybe after like a car accident, or was maybe like a significant thing in your life happening?
No, that's funny. No, it's I would love to share the story of how we met. It's our first week in college, and I heard this laughter coming from across the room, and it's a big classroom. And then I walked over there, and she's like, I think the smallest person in the class, but she's like the loudest, man. And then I approached her and I introduced myself, and the moment she turned, she blushed, like she changed like color, like she got red, and it was like very concerning, like, are you okay, kind of thing. But for me, it was love at first sight. I don't think it was the same for her, because I soon found out that that's what she does. She blushes like really easily. Her nickname back at high school was Ketchup. So, that's that's one of the inspiration.
And I love that that's where the name came from, because I wasn't sure. I mean, I know the blushing was a key part, but that's awesome. What about the planting? You already mentioned that she kind of nurtured, you nurtured each other's talents. Were you both outdoors people? Was she, like an outdoors kind of person?
Not very, but succulents, like that's her thing. Like, she loves succulents. Our backyard is like full of them. They're kind of out of control right now.
The magic at work, right? It's
happening. But they're there, and I just had to put it there.
And what about the alien has pink hair? Did she have pink hair at some point?
No, but you know what? My daughter, my eldest daughter, she's been wanting to dye her hair pink, and I kept telling her no. and now I don't have an excuse of why she can't have it. So she's very happy about the idea that she can dye her hair pink. So I think she's doing it at the end of the year. But
Well,
yeah, it's just, yeah, go ahead.
she should
David.
do it now because she has the perfect excuse. So she can go as to Halloween as herself. That's an amazing thing.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, the dress is just one piece. It's pretty
Yeah.
easy to do. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell her that.
Yeah. And so the other thing, I watched this movie like 4 or 5 times. It's so good, but the music, I think it might have been my favorite part. I watched it a few times just to hear that score. Had you worked with Joy Nagao before, or is this did she just come on to kind of help after everything was said and done?
Yeah, no, we used a temp track for a while, temp score.
Mhm.
But when it came time to like talk about music, we wanted to have like a really strong, memorable theme, right? And then we one of our people here kind of gave us Joy's name, that we got through like a mixer here at the studio, and then we listened to some of her music, and amazing. Met with her and talked to her about the film. That's the thing I think that helped, and I know Joy would agree with me. It's like it really helped, like her hearing about my story and my specific moments in the film.
Mhm.
And the first pass of the theme that she did, that was it. Like the first, it was, we tried tweaking it to see if we can get something better than that, but it was the best one. I think we kept going back to it, and it was just so memorable. It's like I find myself humming it after I listen to it, and like that's a good sign.
That's same here. And I love the ending with the title and then the pink ribbon. Really drives it home. If you didn't get the symbolism, it really like makes it easy to understand. Did you get support from the Pink Ribbon organization when you made this, or did you just use that to spread awareness and kind of give people another message?
Yeah, it's exactly the second one, David. It's to just help create awareness. We can't, yeah, and just, yeah. That's it.
I think that was a really great symbol because you kind of got the story, but that kind of drove it home and really kind of let you connect with the characters and understand what happened. So I think that was a really good touch.
It's good to hear, David.
I know we have limited time because you have a busy day today, so I'd like to switch. I call it the lightning round. It's just lightweight questions about the film. I mean, obviously with this film, it's tough to find lightweight, but I tried. So you can choose to pass on any of them. I try to keep them very answerable though.
Okay.
First question is, do you have a dog?
Yes.
Awesome. I figured since you said that most of the shots are symbolic. Is its name Mango?
No, I wish it is. We may change it.
Yeah, you can always change it.
Yeah.
How many mangoes do you eat in a week?
Oh my God. It used to be like, like, I don't know, 6 a week, but now it's like, I don't know, less than that because it's harder to find here, but growing up, that's like, it's almost, in every meal.
I love mangoes. I can never tell when they're ripe. So I avoid them.
Yeah.
So you are an astronaut in this hypothetical and you crash land on a planet. Which one do you choose? Assuming you can survive and everything, we'll just pretend.
Oh, what planet do I choose? Pluto.
We'll allow it. I grew up in the 90s, so Pluto's still a planet in my mind. Yeah. We'll allow that. Same question, but you're only allowed to have one food. Like in the movie, it was mangoes, but you can choose one food, and it magically grows. What do you pick? It can be cooked, it can be pizza, whatever you want.
Oh my God! Should I dare say pork belly?
Oh, that'd be a short but amazing existence.
Yeah.
And the last question is, so are you going to sign up when those space tourism flights are available? Because I feel like you kind of have to, since you're already an animated astronaut. Are you going to go up in space at some point, maybe?
Hey, if they can make it affordable for someone like me, yeah.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for your time. And so the film is Blush. It's available on Apple TV Plus now. And I assume that, I don't know if you have other films in the works, but is there anything else that people can look for coming up that you're working on? I know this is your job, so maybe you have other projects as well.
Yeah, I'm working on a feature right now that's unannounced, but there's a lot of feature films coming out of Skydance Animation, and it's very exciting.
Awesome. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for telling your story. I mean, like I said, this is a kind of a special animated film. And I really hope that more people get to see it and kind of can be touched by it like I was. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, David. Great talking to you, man.
Great talking to you too. That was Joe Mateo, the writer and director of Blush, which is available on Apple TV Plus. It is an amazing film. It's one of my favorite films this year, and it's only 10 minutes long. So if you haven't already watched it, watch it now. And if you've already seen it, see it again, because it's really, really good. If you liked this interview, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.